August 18th, 1590. Governor John White steps ashore on Roanoke Island after 3 years away and finds nothing. No bodies, no blood, no sign of a struggle. 115 men, women, and children, including his own granddaughter, the first English child born in the New World, have simply ceased to exist. The only clue? A single word carved into a wooden post like a dying whisper. Croatoan. This is one of the greatest unsolved mysteries in American history, and nobody has ever truly explained it. To understand what vanished, you have to understand what was at stake. In 1587, Sir Walter Raleigh sent 115 English colonists, families, not soldiers, to establish England's first permanent foothold in the New World. They landed on Roanoke Island, off the coast of what is now North Carolina, with almost nothing. Surrounded by unfamiliar land, limited supplies, and tribes who had every reason not to trust them. Their governor, John White, sailed back to England for more supplies, leaving behind his daughter, his newborn granddaughter, Virginia Dare, and every soul in that colony. He expected to return within months. Instead, a war with Spain, the infamous Armada conflict, grounded every English ship for 3 years. 3 years of silence. 3 years of not knowing. When White finally returned in 1590, the fort was dismantled. The buildings were gone. And 115 human beings had vanished, without a single trace.
Theory 1, and the one most historians today actually believe, is that the colonists didn't die. They survived by merging with the local Croatoan tribe on nearby Hatteras Island. Remember that carved word? Croatoan was the name of both the island and the friendly tribe who lived there. White himself had agreed with the colonists that if they moved, they would carve their destination, and if it was danger, they'd add a cross. There was no cross. Decades later, explorers reported meeting Lumbee Native Americans who spoke of ancestors with gray eyes and blonde hair, who talked from books. In 2020, archaeological digs on Hatteras Island began uncovering European objects: a sword handle, iron tools, a signet ring, buried in layers consistent with the late 1500s. The evidence is circumstantial, but it's there. Theory 2 is darker, far darker. Spain considered all of North America theirs, and English colonists on that coastline were a direct threat. Spanish records from the period show explicit orders to cast out any English settlement found along the Atlantic. Some historians believe a Spanish strike force, or a confederation of hostile inland tribes, simply wiped the colony out, burying the evidence to avoid an international incident. And here's what makes this theory chilling. A 2012 analysis of a map drawn by John White himself revealed a hidden symbol, a 4-pointed star concealed under a patch on the map, marking a location inland. Was White pointing to where the colonists fled, or where they were taken? Theory 3 may be the most heartbreaking of all. The colonists had a small vessel, a pinnace, left behind when White departed. Some researchers believe the colony, starving and desperate after months of failed communication, attempted the unthinkable, sailing 4,000 miles across the open Atlantic in a boat barely fit for a river. There are no records of them arriving. There are no shipwrecks, no bodies washed ashore. If this is what happened, they didn't just die. They disappeared into the ocean itself, swallowed whole, leaving behind not even the comfort of a grave. Here is the truth that nobody wants to say out loud. We may never know. 115 people, with names, with faces, with children, stepped into the American wilderness, and the world simply moved on without them. No memorial, no official answer, just a word carved in wood and 4 centuries of silence. Think about that the next time you assume history keeps good records. So, which theory do you believe? Integration, annihilation, or lost at sea? Drop your answer in the comments below. And if mysteries like this one keep you up at night the way they keep us up, subscribe to Mystery in History, because the past is full of doors that were never meant to be opened. We open them anyway.